we're gonna be doing a sweep to begin with. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 hands on one. Will's got his posture set, and he doesn't want me to bring him forward. Okay, so I'm gonna break him down, which means I've got to come up, reach, and break him down. At this point, his hand is accessible to me, so I want to work on switching to his hand and I'm gonna pull his arm across. Okay, equally can be done if his hand is not engaged. I can just pull his arm across and bring him down. But the key is that I am breaking his posture. I'm either breaking him down or bringing him in with my legs, okay, or both. And I want to bring his arm across my body and close him down, which gives my hands here the opportunity to come and rest inside his armpits. So now I've got Will crushed and in my armpits. In my armpits, I'm in his armpit. 2 on 1, break, break, bring, arm round, tucked in. My right hand, or my left hand, my spare hand, I do not want to let this up. I want to open my guard and feed under his leg, creating this, what's this called, pendulum type motion. So now underneath him, his weight is transferred completely on me. I can talk and effortlessly to him. So we're in, break his grip, so we basically stop him from having his frame. Because if I try and do this with his frame, look, he can stop me. So break his arm, pull him forward. Ideally, I stiff arm my hands, because if I stiff arm, it makes it much harder for him to now pull across, because I've locked it in. All I do is sit up and put my fingers in his armpit. Right hand comes through, and those crunches come into play because I go under his arm and I crunch my stomach right up. I use my leg as a weight, and this leg as a kick, and my arm I punch, and my left arm I pull, all in the same direction. On top, I stay heavy. 1, 2. I keep the pressure on. If his arms are really in like that, I might have to break him down another way. I might have to. And he'll want to get up at this point. And when he pushes up, this gives me the opportunity to punch across, bring him in, switch. All good? At the same time, right, is depending on what position you find yourself in. So you break his grip, you pull him forward. A lot of you, I'm guessing, are ending up like this. Alright? With your back slightly out. And then you're going underneath and you're managing to get him across. But it's bloody hard work. You can get him across, but look, it's much harder. I have to talk through that. Okay? And that's because your position is wrong. You're not carrying his weight. So when you pull him across and you pull him in, you have to cut the angle to get his weight completely on top of you so you can carry on talking, and it's all done with ease. Alright? But if we find ourselves in that position where we're out the back and we're trapped to, I don't want you fishing underneath and finding it. What do you think is the most probable thing from here? I'm going to take the back. So we're going to keep this grip, place our foot on the floor, come out, look, boom, I've gone to his back. It's that easy. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to come from here, I'm going to pull his arm across, take our grip, go underneath, pendulum sweep, effortless. We're going to go back, we're going to pull his arm across like an arm drag, we're going to come out too far, our hand's going to go around and secure his arm or wrist if we can. We're going to escape our hips, look, foot goes on the floor, escape our hip, I throw my hook in, or come up on top and take his back. Break him, pull him across, escape our hip, and get round to Will's back. All we're going to do, because the way that I've pulled Will, can you see that my underarm, or my defensive arm is on top, and my attacking arm is on bottom. So there's not many options that I can use to choke him. That's it, all come around the side. There's not many options that I've got to choke him. So if I try to do a choke with his own gi, there's a lot of space there because of the setup that I'm on. If I went to the other shoulder, it would be less. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do the classic where I grab my gi. So I don't have to do hardly any setup, which is why we're doing this. It's literally like a zero setup. Just swept in. The seatbelt position that I'm in is my attacking arm is on the bottom, which limits my ability to bow and arrow and collar choke and all of that. It limits it. I have to try and get up move. I can do a short choke. I can get in and do the short choke. You got that in?
No, just fucking earth, isn't it?
So you can do the short choke, but again, it's a lot of setting up. So before I get to that short choke, what I've been doing lately, and I think I've shown it before, is I just will go over the top and just take a grip on my own gi. As soon as I grab my own gi, the choke comes on relatively quickly. Grab, squeeze, and it comes on nice and quick. How's that one? Oh, nice. All right, so taking the back, I've got my attacking hands hidden. We're on the floor, attacking side, bottom. Okay, attacking side is on the bottom. Remember that, because you're all going to ask. I literally just go over the top, grab hold of Will's hand to stop his defence, grab any part of my own collar that I can, and just squeeze. Alright, so a lot of you already know this bow and arrow, right? Yeah? So, normally what happens when you're in this position is exactly what Will's doing now happens a lot. So, there's his lapel, which we grab. He's defending himself up here. We grab his lapel and we pull it across. And we get into a position.
What is that? Is that bow and arrow?
It's still the bow and arrow. It's just this defence up here, he knows it's coming, so he put his hands in to defend, which is normally what happens a lot of the time, right? And then we've got to work in and whatever else. So one option is we take the bottom of his lapel, the bottom of it, pull it across and tight, and then still do the same setup. But foot comes across, foot passes, and you can either go from here or from here. But like I said before, when you go inside this side of the neck, don't blow your own knee. Only do it if you can get you can get in a good position. So don't do it from here and force everything through your knee. Remember, this is all about pressure across here. And if you look, you can see how he's actually trapped in there.
Yeah.